A lot of people have asked me, why did the chicken cross the road? And I guess I just don't really care that much because all I can think of is, why is that chicken not restrained or on a leash or something? What is wrong with people? Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Today, I want to talk about why Jedi Cal is actually a pretty good farm with Galactic Legend Leia, why you should maybe drop everything for them, or maybe not. Well, let's explore what the possibilities are and what they actually mean. Before we do that, I do want a huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I truly appreciate you guys. And just a reminder, folks, please hit that thumbs up button. If you like the channel, you want to support it for free, all you got to do is help me out the algorithm. It's really appreciated. All of your support, guys. Thank you so much for everything. Now, whoa, that was the last slide. You guys got a sneak peek. So, why are we rushing Galactic Legend Leia? Why are we doing both? Why are we working on both? Why is that necessary? Leia is a fairly obvious one. It's kind of, this video is a little bit of a follow-up from my video from yesterday, which just talked about maybe we should farm Leia. That's going to be linked in the video description, so go check that out if you want. But the TLDR, guys, is the raid is going to be here for a small window, and whereas Leia looks to be very worthwhile in a lot of different respects, her value is going to diminish once that raid turns into something else and she's not going to be part of it. I mean, who knows if she's going to be part of it or not? My guess is not. Just like Jabba will have his value diminish, even though he's still going to be a wonderful, really strong and worthwhile character, he's not going to be as powerful or lucrative as when the crate raid goes, or once the crate raid goes away. Now, Endor escalation is also going to be really good in theory, if it's the same amount of impact that Smuggler's Run 2 with Jabba has on it. It's looking like it's going to be good. Go watch the video if you want to see that, guys. I do just have a slide from my video from yesterday just to remind you the breakdown. It's a really impactful, really crazy amount that you get from Smugglers 2. Hopefully Endor escalation is going to be similarly impactful for us. So there's a lot of reasons to work on Galactic Legend Leia. I don't think people are really debating that necessarily, but why should we rush Jedi Cal? And first off, I want to say this, guys. I know that everyone has their own farming projects and stuff. I'm not saying everyone should just drop what they have and immediately work on these things that I have, that I'm telling you. I just want you to be looking at this stuff and thinking, okay, how would it benefit me to work on this right now? How could I maybe fit this in? Does it make sense for my roster? I don't really care if you do that. What I really want you to do, though, is just be thinking about it and planning. That's half of the fun of this game, is what should we work on next? What's the next awesome thing we can be doing? And Jedi Cal has a lot of potential. It's not just in PvP. Yes, he's killing Malgus squads. Yes, he'll kill other stuff. He helps Jedi Master Luke destroy a lot of things that Jedi Master Luke has kind of grown too old and feeble to do on his own. Jedi Cal is amazing in PvP for sure, but you don't have to have him necessarily. You don't have to have him right now. You can wait a little bit. So why should we work on him now, or at least consider working on him now? And the answer is Zepho, the planet that he eventually goes to unlock. Now, you don't need him to get to Zepho. You can use the baby Cal if you want, and Seer to do it, but I will say, after doing 2 missions with baby Cal and Seer, and then doing a mission with Jedi Knight Cal, it is night and day difference. Now, I think there's still margin for failure with Jedi Knight Cal, but it's a lot easier, a whole lot easier. It was crazy easy for me with him, and I didn't apply any of his Omicrons or anything. It was very easy. Now, the breakdown that you look at, and I don't want you to get the idea that I'm saying, guys, if you just unlock Jedi Cal, you'll get all of this, but if you and your guild really put some effort into it, you can get a lot of stuff. You can get up to 5,000 GT2. That's between the Braca unlock mission and then the Zepho special mission that requires, I think, clones, which incidentally, they released Captain Rex at the same time as Zepho was coming out. I don't know for sure if Captain Rex is going to be part of that unlock squad, but I do know that there's possible, if there's possible synergy there with the Leia farm. Anyways, though, so you're gonna get an extra star from Zepho. I know everyone, we all just hit the meh button when Zepho was released. We didn't really care that much, right? I mean, it looked pretty lame. You get 40 total Kyro attack, and you get like 1 extra star, and you have to fill platoons. It's a huge hassle. It kind of just is a hassle. I get it. I agree. But what you can think of, guys, is if your whole guild gets with the program, and eventually a lot of guilds are, and this territory battle is going to be here for years to come, folks. So you're going to be able to harvest this for a long time. It's not like the raid that changes every 6 to 9 months, the way CG's doing it, and just constantly moving the mile marker back or the goalpost or whatever. This one is going to stay for years. Like, most guilds can't even get to phase 5 or 6 right now, and even the biggest guilds aren't really doing much in 5 or 6 for sure. So it's going to be around for a long time, and if your whole guild eventually gets to this point, guys, you're going to get about 236 GT2 per month. And so with the other Kyro, you're going to get so you're going to get 5,000 GET2. You're going to end up with a total of about 236 Kyrotech per month. And that's 236 Kyros per month you aren't earning right now. That's 236 in your pocket every single month, and that's about half of a new character. Their current release cadence is about 5 characters per quarter. That includes the new Conquest release and everything. So about 5 characters on average. And wouldn't it be nice if you could just cover at least, I mean, half of, this sounds kind of lame to say it like that, like, oh, just a half of a character, but it's Kyrotech you don't have yet, and it's something that if your whole guild gets behind it, you're going to be getting that for years to come if you keep playing this game. The other awesome thing about getting Jedi Cal right now and doing those requirements is Malicos will be here soon, and you're going to want Seer and probably Baby Cal at least for that squad. So at least I would say, like, start working on them at the very least, and Malicos squad is looking like it's going to be really strong. Honestly, we'll see, but you also might want Jedi Cal to counter the Malicos squad. That's just speculation. We don't know how good Malicos is as of this recording, but it looks like it's going to be fairly good. Now, so why can't you wait? Everyone in your guild is waiting right now to farm Jedi Cal. I get it. And maybe you should too, depending on what your situation is. But I will say that maybe your guild, the thing about it, like, is your guild just not that organized? Like, this could actually help you get into a guild that you enjoy better, and if you're a go-getter, if you want to improve in this game, etc., maybe this is an opportunity to find another guild. You're like, hey, yeah, I'm ready for Zepho, guys. Like, I'm prepped. Let's go. Like, this is a way you can get a smaller account into a bigger guild if they're like, yeah, we want this awesome stuff that we're going to be getting every single 2 weeks, every month, we're going to be getting these rewards. It's kind of nice. Now, we're playing the waiting game right now. There's 2 pretty high power farms, right? Like there's the Cal one, and then of course Galactic Legend Leia. They're all ton of characters that are not enhanced or whatever it's called. Gosh, I'm just totally spacing on what it's called. They're not accelerated, that's what it is. So, they're not accelerated. How can it possibly work to farm these things, especially if you're free to play or what? I'm going to show you guys on my middle account, which only pays $10 a month for the Conquest Pass and is otherwise very free to play. So, let's go do that right this instant, shall we, folks? Whoa, we're in the game. Madness. How'd we get in the game, guys? This is This is kind of cool. 9.5 million GP is what my middle account is. I have 3 accounts. This one, like I said, is free to play except for the Conquest Pass every month. 9.5 million GP. I have 3 Galactic Legends. I swim around in Kyber 2, and I can beat people pretty consistently who have 7 Galactic Legends. Someone the other day in 3s placed 6 GLs against me and Malgus and a bunch of other good teams. I was able to full clear and beat the pants off of that guy. Literally, he doesn't... He might not have had pants to begin with. I'm not sure, actually. It's unsubstantiated at this point. But what I will say is I do that, and I keep Jabba on defense. So I just have 2 GLs. I love the off-meta. I love trying to... I chase squirrels on this account. I try to get off-meta counters to work and be able to counter things without using GLs. So even whereas I could, folks, be working on Sid the Eternal Emperor, I'm almost there just naturally. You can see the only 2 characters that need any gear at all are Darth Sidious and Krennic. I'm almost to the point where it's like, well, I may as well throw a few relics on these guys and unlock Sid the Eternal Emperor, but it's not interesting to me to get Sid the Eternal Emperor. I'm sure my guild is a little frustrated by that, but the idea is we hunt big game. We try to take out Galactic Legends without our own, and Sid the Eternal Emperor is pretty boring as far as that. I'd probably just put him on defense if I did unlock him. So what are some of the things that could be potential projects on this account? The question, of course, should be, and the idea is, alright, so Jedi Cal, I know everything, they're all on hard nodes, and that's tough. For a while, I just did a single... I didn't do any refreshes. I just did 5 attempts on each of them every day. Obviously, Jedi Cal, or Baby Cal, I've been working on it because I wanted to put him with Starkiller for a while, but eventually he'll go with the Seer squad. Seer, I accelerated, I personally accelerated Seer a little bit just because I want her ready for when Malicos comes here in about a month's time, and so I've been doing a refresh on that. Now lately I've been doing a refresh on all 3 of these, and I should give a huge shout out to Sarah, who helps me run this account. She's been helping me with those farms, of course, as well, but it's going to take, I'm doing 10 attempts a day on these guys, and it'll be for Saw probably about 30 days till he's done. The other ones probably, depending on RNG and all that, but the other one's probably about 40 days, and then I'll be ready for, I'm slowly putting gear on them. I'll be ready for Jedi Cal, because remember, Tarful, Saw, none of them have to be over Gear 12. Gear 12 will unlock Cal, and that's pretty easy. The mission is pretty easy. My main account could do it super easy, but yeah, it's not a tough mission to unlock. It's not like, oh yeah, you only need Gear 12, but what you really need is like Relic 7. No, it's a really easy event. So, I've been working on these guys, and I've been telling people, I have been telling people, like, guys, at least slow farm Jedi Cal. Get these guys ready. You're gonna want a lot of them anyways for a lot of reasons. And the thing is, okay, so other things, what other things could we be working on? I guess we should look at that first. So we have Hondo. Well, we have the Afra requirements, which, I mean, Afra is such a good off-meta counter to a lot of things. She's really great. I would love to work on her. You can see I got Hondo done. He just soloed an AdRad team for me in 3s. It was nuts. And then BT1 is, I'm slowly putting gear on him as well. You can see I like to just put the finisher on these guys just so I don't. That's the last Kyro tech piece you ever have to put on a character, is this one bottom one in the little corner here. Sorry, I wasn't showing you guys my mouse, but anyways, Afra's pretty far away because she's not required for anything. She's awesome in the off meta. She does some cool stuff. She's also very relic intensive as well. It's not like you just get her to relic 5 and call it good. If you want to kill the really big game, you want some extra relics and extra heft on that account, or on that character. So, yeah, there is that. Let's see, we have Phoenix here. I would love to get a good Phoenix squad in. Right now, this is thought to be the best version of the Phoenix squad. Obviously, Captain Rex factors into that pretty nicely. I have Hera because she was required for Profundity. And then the other ones, I would like to work, like Sabine has been Gear 11 for a long time. I'd love to get her a little bit more gear. There's also other potential things, Galactic Legend Leia. Really, the only requirements that I have left are working on some of these, and this is part of the strength of the Leia requirements, is a lot of them are overlap from other Galactic Legends or other important characters, and so this account has already farmed all of those things and is ready. If you look at all the requirements, obviously we need Drogon still in Group 3, but everything else is basically ready. I need a couple relics on Rolo and Cholo, and then everyone else, I have Chirpa and the 4 Marquis, and that's it. So they need gear, sure, but I'm making pretty good progress. This is where a lot of people are who are watching this video, that it's like, well, your Leia requirements are already done, and I know that some people watching it are going to be way farther back, and you're going to have to reevaluate a little bit, like, well, maybe you can't do Leia and Cal at the same time. I get it. Maybe that's not worthwhile if you're not going to get Malicos, if your guild is nowhere close and you probably can't get into a guild that's going to be doing Zepho. Maybe it's not for you. I'm not saying this applies to everyone. Like I said, just something to be thinking about. Now, I also have the Malicos squad. I'll be unlocking Malicos because Sarah is so awesome, and she's been doing my conquest for me on this account for a long time. She makes awesome videos about conquest too, so go check Sarah out, Celiac Sarah on YouTube. Really good. I put some gear on Fulcrum because I think she's going to be in the squad, but I'm not totally sure. Kylo Ren Unmasked, he's Relic 1 just for his ship, and because he's generally a good pre-taunting tank. He does a lot of good stuff, but I don't know if he's going to be on that squad. But this is the squad that I'm working on. I already have the Omicron on Seer. I'm pretty committed to working on it. And then other worthy projects. The rest of my Hut cartel is already really thick with high relics. I would love to do that with Embo. BB-8, I would love him to go with Grievous and be able to put on a Datacron with Grievous in 5v5. K2 is really nice on an Adrad team. Darth Malgus and Sith Marauder are both important for my 5-star Leviathan that I've unlocked. Especially the Marauder. It's kind of hilarious that he's like the worst. I probably have the worst Sith bomber in the entire game, honestly, for people who have unlocked Leviathan. Now, what am I really going to work on? And this is kind of the meat of it, folks, is because there's a gap. Okay, we don't have Drogon yet. So yes, I'm going to be working on Jedi Cal because I've already been working on him. Hopefully I'll have him ready for when he's released after 3 months of being gone. I'm not sure if they're even going to do that, frankly, but hopefully I'll be ready for it if it does come. The Leia one, we don't have Drogon. We're not going to have Drogon for another 2 months to be able to farm, right? Even if he's released the next week, he's not going to be farmable. And so even though all these characters are kind of available to farm, not really, like Captain Rex is available to farm, and I've started farming him. You can see Noosa will be farmable pretty soon. The reality is, Drogon is the limiting factor. Maybe he'll be on a Cantina shard or something, but at the very least, Scout Trooper just came out. That'll be 2 months from now that Scout Trooper is even farmable. And then another minimum 3 months to be able to get Leia unlocked. And so we have some wiggle room, guys. So put gear on the characters that need it, but if we're just waiting, holding our breath for just Leia, we're like, I dropped everything. Now what? I guess I'll just hoard for Leia. You're gonna need a project anyways. And if you're rushing Jedi Cal, you have this little pocket of time that's built in because Drogon, all these characters are farmable. Drogon and company are not farmable yet. If you get the Jedi Cal stuff done now, then when these other ones are farmable, you can work on them, and then you'll have them all kind of neatly aligned in a row, and you'll be able to make a big impact. Other things I'm working on, of course, are the Seer squad, and then I have a 5-star Leviathan, 6-star Profundity, and I'll make a different video on this, but I will say I'm working on the Profundity first. I'm going to get that one to 7 stars, and then I'll start working on Leviathan. I have a few extra crystals saved up. Hopefully in the next 10 days, once Profundity is here again, we can start throwing the rest of these crystals. Hopefully I have about 10,000 that I've saved up, and I can finish off Profundity so I can get high banner scores against people placing Leviathan, and then Leviathan, of course, which is a very worthwhile ship to get, by the way, folks. Not trying to say it's a bad ship at all. Once you get that ship, though, yeah, I'll work on it as well. I think Profundity is more important to 7 stars. So that's all I have, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. What did I miss? What things do you think about all of this? Thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Zereth prevails.